Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This video is breaking down the best Wonderkids from Football Manager 2018, showing their career, where they are today, and whether they were a success or a flop. Here we go. Number 10, Timothy FosuMena. FosuMena is a defensive midfielder who came up through the Ajax Academy. He got his big break when at the age of 16 he was signed by Manchester United. Though after only making 16 appearances in 5 years and a bunch of failed loan spells to other Premier League clubs, he was eventually shipped off to Bayer Leverkusen in the Bundesliga. Now I know what you're thinking, Bayer Leverkusen just won the Invincible season, but Timothy hasn't made a single appearance for them in 2 years. And to make things worse, FosuMena hasn't scored a single goal in his entire career, when other defensive midfielders like N'Golo Kante have scored 22. Timothy FosuMena is a flop. Number 9, Martin Odegaard. Martin Odegaard began his career as the youngest ever goal scorer in the Norwegian league. When he was just 17 years old, he had a shock move to Real Madrid. However, at Real Madrid, he found it hard to get along with some of the players, including some of the greatest of all time like Cristiano Ronaldo and Gareth Bale. So he was sent on loan to many different clubs around the Eredivisie and La Liga before he finally ended up at Arsenal in 2021. And while he did lose 5-0 against Man City in his debut match, he has gone on to be one of the greatest players in Arsenal's history, currently captaining both the Arsenal team and the Norwegian national team. Martin Odegaard has been a success. Number 8, Felix Pask. Felix Pask is a right wing-back who started his career at Borussia Dortmund. Felix couldn't find much game time at Dortmund, so ended up going on loan to many clubs around Europe, most notably Hoffenheim in the Bundesliga, where he only made 2 appearances, and Norwich City in the EFL Championship, where he only made 1 appearance. In the summer of 2023, he was sent on free transfer to Bochum, also in the Bundesliga, but he hasn't been seen since September. Felix Pask is a flop. Number 7, Malonga. Malonga was a legend at OGC Nice. He made over 100 appearances for the French club and was undoubtedly one of the greatest centre-backs in the entire league. He's had some decent loan outs with Porto and Monaco and has had some decent game time with Chelsea, but in 2024 he's a mostly forgotten man at Stamford Bridge, and they should just let him go somewhere that would fit his skill set better. Honestly, it could go either way, but I think that Malonga has had a successful career so far. Number 6, Manuel Locatelli. Manuel Locatelli is a defensive midfielder who began his career at AC Milan. He then made a move to Sassuolo, where he became one of the greatest players in all of Italy, and in 2023 he signed with Juventus, who paid 25 million euros for the transfer. Not only is Locatelli potentially Juventus' most important player, but he was also part of the squad that won Italy the 2021 Euros. Manuel Locatelli has been a success. Number 5, Alexander Isak. Alexander Isak was the youngest goal scorer in Swedish national team history, and he soon made a transfer to Borussia Dortmund. However, after failing to get proper game time at Dortmund with only 5 appearances in 2 years, he was then sent on loan to the Netherlands League and then on permanent transfer to Real Sociedad in the Spanish League. And while things were looking to go downhill for Isak for a bit there, an incredible performance for Sweden in the 2021 Euros reignited interest in the player, and in 2022 he moved to Newcastle United, where he has been undoubtedly one of the Premier League's best strikers. Alexander Isak has been a success. Number 4, Albon Lafont. Albon Lafont came up through the Toulouse Academy as a goalkeeper, then made his professional debut for Toulouse, where he had just under 100 appearances. The goalkeeper then made a 7 million euro move to AFC Fiorentina, where he had only 34 appearances in 3 whole years. He then moved to Nantes, also in the French league, and is currently their main goalkeeper, saving them from relegation on multiple occasions. He has had a decent career, but a player with his potential should have gone so much farther. Albon Lafont is a flop. Number 3, Christian Pulisic. The LeBron James of soccer himself, Christian Pulisic excelled at Dortmund and soon made a £58 million move to Chelsea in the Premier League. He then went back to Dortmund for 1 season on loan and then won the Champions League with Chelsea. And while he did make it to the knockout stages of the 2022 World Cup with the United States, his form dwindled and he ended up going to AC Milan in 2023, where he has been a sensation, getting his highest career goals and assists playing in Italy. Christian Pulisic has been a success. Number 2, Killian Mbappe. What do I need to say about this guy that hasn't already been said? After Pele, Killian Mbappe was the second teenager to ever score in the World Cup final. He's the only player to get a hat-trick in the World Cup final and still lose, and is also the second most expensive transfer in football history, going from Monaco to PSG for 180 million euros. Mbappe is probably the best player in the world right now, and will probably go on to be one of the greatest players to ever play football. Killian Mbappe was obviously a success. Number 1, Luigi Donnarumma. Luigi Donnarumma broke into the AC Milan lineup at just 16 years old, and acted as their main goalkeeper into transferring to PSG in 2021, also being the first choice goalkeeper for the Italian national team at the same time. And while his form has fluctuated a bit recently, there is no question that Luigi was a success. Like, subscribe, and leave a comment telling me who you think the greatest wonder kid of all time was. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.